Hey, what's up everyone? Mark Price here at devslopes.com, and in this video we're going to learn how to install MongoDB on Mac OS. It's not OS X anymore, it's Mac OS. And it's fairly straightforward, and I pulled up the docs here in case you need to reference them. That is docs.mongodb.com/getting-started/shell/tutorial/install-mongodb on OS X. You can see it right there. Okay, there's multiple ways of installing it. First things first is I recommend that you do not follow these steps here. It's a little bit longer of a process, requires more work, and is more prone to errors. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to install via brew. Okay, and if you don't have Homebrew on your computer already, you can go to brew.sh, and all you need to do is open your terminal. Okay, and all you have to do, let's move this here, is grab this line of code here. Okay, and paste it in your terminal and press enter. Now I've already done this, so I don't need to do this, okay? But if you don't have brew, you'll need to do that. So install Homebrew if you don't have it already, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll come back here, and what you're going to want to do is type in brew update to make sure that your Homebrew is updated to the latest. And the reason why I'm not doing this is because I already have it installed, and you don't typically want to override and do multiple installs because it can cause problems, okay? The next thing you're going to want to do is in the terminal, type in brew install MongoDB. Okay, we don't need to do the SSL version here. And that's it. Pretty simple, right? So after it's installed, you can go ahead and probably kill your terminal and reload it. And then to run MongoDB, the last thing we need to do is make a directory here, just like it says right here, make directory -p/data/db. What's going to happen is Mongo is going to need to store your databases in a certain directory. And so you're going to want to enter this command in your terminal as well too to create that directory if you do not have it already. Okay? And this may apply to some people, but basically when you're running MongoDB, you may have to allow read and write permissions to the directory itself. And if you're unfamiliar with how to do that, all you would really do is, here, I'll open it up for you here, or make it a little larger. Okay, so what you would do is you would chmod, okay, this is for changing the permissions on a folder. And then what you would do is, with your data directory, okay, you would say data, or excuse me, we need to add the permissions first. We would say UGO, okay, so that's for users, groups, and others, plus RWX, which is read, write, and execute, and then you would say /data/db. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow for all your users the ability to read and write to that directory. If you had any problems, that's what you would do. So that's how you set permissions. And then the last thing to do is run Mongo database by running MongoD. In your terminal, you just type in MongoD. Okay, mine is broken because I already have one open, so I'm going to kill all MongoD. And then you just run MongoD, and when you see this window here like this, where it's just kind of floating, it means that your database is actually running, and you can kill it by doing Control-C. Okay, I just shut it down. Now, if you ran MongoD and it said something along the lines of, you know, command not recognized, or there was any other type of problem, one thing that you can do is you can export the path so your terminal can recognize it, and you can do that like this command right here. Okay, so let's clear this up. So you would write, you know, export path equals, and this would be the path to your, you know, to wherever your data.db folder is. In our case, data/db, okay, /bin, and then path. And this allows your terminal to recognize the Mongo, or it puts the MongoD in your path, and it'll recognize it when you enter MongoD. Okay, so basically at this point, if you can enter in MongoD and it starts running like this, it means that you're good to go. Your database is running. If you're not at this stage, what I recommend you do is when you get the error, if you're getting an error, is you just go to Google and paste it in, and you will find an article that explains your specific problem. And it's hard for me to account for every single problem that you might encounter because everyone sets up their computer differently. Some people have installed this program already, and people have their computers configured differently. And so the good news is your very specific error other people have encountered, and you will be able to find the answers to that, or you can always reach out to the DevSlopes community. So now that we have Mongo database installed and it's tested and working, we are good to actually start working with it and making our own databases. So that's it for now. Mark Price at devslopes.com.